Hey there. We're really late getting started, and I'm having all kinds of problems with OBS. Man, it is bad. I got disconnected. Was disconnected from YouTube and from Twitch. Had to reconnect those. And now I cannot see any chat from in here. Let's see if I pull this up. If I see that, no, that does not help at all. Oh, hold up. Let me give this a try and see if it's going to work now. Okay, there it goes. Sort of. All right. Anyway, hey there. Good evening. I'm so sorry for being late. Hoping everything is running properly at this point. There's all kinds of issues going on in my OBS tonight, and I don't really know what caused it all. But I can see the chat now, and that's good. David, good evening. Dane, good evening. Well, let me take a look. What else do I need to do here? And I'm hoping that it's going to save everything and process everything okay. The way that I used to start my stream doesn't work anymore. Something has changed and it didn't work anymore. So, and really, I think it's, I had a plugin that it's called multiple output, and it let me do multi-streaming from inside of OBS. And I don't know if that plugin has stopped working, but it took me like 6 tries to get it to start streaming at all. And I had to log out and log back in of both Twitch and YouTube. It was a bunch of crazy stuff. Anyway, we're playing Suikoden 3. As long as everything works, we're playing Suikoden 3. And if we accomplished any collecting yesterday, I missed it. We didn't accomplish much. We just went around to a few cities and checked out their inventory so that their inventories would be available back at Castle 3. We haven't finished that, so we might still finish that a little bit. Obsolete broadcasting software. If somebody else wants to make better software and make it affordable, I will probably try to use it. But until then, I've got to use what's available. Yeah, so we haven't got any new people. We haven't got any new real gear. We haven't found the new hammer yet. I don't know, really nothing else. And then I did do about 45 minutes. I actually got to spend about 45 minutes earlier tonight, taking some extra characters out and getting them to level 50. So we've been trying to do that a little bit. Let's switch over so you guys can actually see me and see what I've been working on. There we go. All right. Whoops. I can't see. I can't see the game. There we go. That's better. Okay, so here we are. I'm actually in the Flame Champions Cave where I just took Lily and Roland. Got them to level 50. This seems like a really good place to do some leveling. We level really quickly in here. But also I went ahead and fought this boss just to pick up a few things, and nothing good. Gold Hammer still needs a bit more story. All right, that explains it. Now we've got to fight our way back out of here. These things seem to give a ton of experience. Yeah, I was trying to hit every city so we could check every shop and make sure that anything that's available will be available back at Castle 3, and also to check the rare items. Graphics card comes with broadcasting software. Wish I knew what to use, really. I used to use XSplit until they made it expensive and unuser-friendly. I think that's what has been recommended to me by a few people, but they bought it back when it wasn't super expensive. For the most part, OBS does everything I need it to do. It's just weird because sometimes things just quit working out of nowhere. It's like, I don't think OBS got an update. It's still 30.2.3, but some things just stopped working. Like the plugin I use to do multi-streaming just stopped working. Yeah, that's I've always hated the concept of lifetime, because when you talk about the lifetime, what they talk about is the lifetime of a piece of software, which just means until they decide to stop supporting it. And hardware, the lifetime of hardware means usually 5 to 7 years. So it's like, oh, you have a lifetime warranty on your MacBook. Apple supports a MacBook for 7 years. After that, if you had a lifetime warranty, your warranty has expired. Oh no. I do not ever run my camera through my USB hub. It's the one thing. My camera and my mouse are always like directly into the PC. I think I've already checked Shisha Village. And I think I'm full now, so I need to go get rid of a few things. Exactly. A lifetime of the hardware is whatever they say it is, basically. They're like, oh, well, we think it should last about 5 years. Apple devices used to be, when they listed a lifetime on something, it used to be 10 years, and it went down to 7, 8 or 9 years ago, I think. And then most PC manufacturers went about the same time, went from 7-year lifetime to a 5-year lifetime. Do we want to change the guest list? Yes. Remove Lily. Remove Roland. We are, I feel like we're getting really close to needing to make a decision about what the final party's going to be. The whole first page is now above 50. So we got Reed. And who's going with Reed? Samus. Let's go in with Reed. External drives on the hub. I do run my external drive through the hub. I know a lot of people who would tell you not to because you risk corrupting data if something happens while you're transferring. But I've never had that happen. I love that term, designed obsolescence. My cough has started coming back just as bad as it used to be. It's making me incredibly unhappy. All right, what do we have? Kind of just going through the list. And then I do this, and then I think, oh, I should probably have started with later things. And I'm just giving them whatever happens to be the best thing I'm carrying when I put them into the party. And we've got a flame armor. They can't wear it. Fine armor? Nope. Probably can't wear the blessed armor either. I'm guessing they can't wear heavy. They can wear like medium. So like the blessed chainmail. And then blessed leather, thunderbolt leather is better. There we go. Done. Then they have garbage on for like accessories, but we don't really need it. Secret level animation shorts tonight. It was very good, especially the first one. It's on Amazon Prime. Secret level. The first episode is a D&D animation. That's cool. That's kind of fun. I haven't checked it out yet. Haven't checked out. A lot of people are talking about Secret level, and I have not looked at it at all yet. All right, Reed, you've got a few points you can spend. Let's start by just picking one and going for it. Well, that was quick. We'll turn in the grape seeds also. I am not really under the impression that either of these two will be joining our final party. Ah, I would love to get over this cold. Having it go away for a couple of days and then just come back full force is not fun. Well, Reed, your weapon's going to be strong. Sadly, Samus's weapon is going to stay really weak because we'll be out of money. Ah, well, it is what it is. More stuff to do. More stuff to do over the weekend when we get there, if we have time. Turn in some grape seeds. Have some grape seeds. Brought new seeds. I'll try them. Yes. I don't need any of this stuff. we might have to actually focus on making money at some point. Probably some point soon, I'm afraid. I need to get the prosperity set, or I need to cheat, or I need to start trading again. Weird. Okay, so I went mute while I was talking, probably because I was coughing again and forgot to turn it back on. Oh, what I was saying was, yes, we're selling low-level elemental armor because with the lightning elemental armor, we can actually buy better versions of it now. So we can actually, if we had to, put the money together, we could go buy the next step up of those armors. What I should do, I can't decide if I should sell this goddess statue S. It's worth a lot of money. But we could take these things out and go find a place to sell them. Not the beads. Not the bath items. We have lots of bath items though. But all of these trade items. We need to be looking for a place to sell those while we're out. It'd just be good to get rid of them. They've been taking up space in our inventory, and since we need money at this point anyway, we may as well. All right, other bosses. Let's take a look at where we can teleport to. We've still got a couple of bosses that we haven't fought yet, and a couple of cities we haven't been to yet. Hello. And I do want to do all of those before we move the story along, just in case. All right. We went to the Flame Champion Hideaway. I fought the boss there. Mount Sinai has a boss that we can fight. And the city right outside of that we need to go to. No. So we're going to go to Lebuke also. We're going to do the boss in Mount Sinai and then come out and go to Lebuke. Since we have to come back to the map anyway. But fighting the boss should give us like another 100,000 potch or so. Hey, there was another monster we'd never fought. We're at 73 out of 75. Or, sorry, 73 out of 78. I think it said. And that's my inability to read numbers. Catching up with me. Yeah, take that. Dagger to the face. Employee of the month. What is employee of the month? Oh, there's another blessed chainmail. Really want to run faster rune. A sprint all over the place rune. I should have used the ninja ability this time. Left a lot of guys alive because of that. Movie set in a warehouse place like Costco. The jerk and the slacker run for employee of the month to impress a woman. Oh. How about just be cool? Just be nice. Treat her like a person. No? I don't know if that really works. I never had to worry about it. Time budget for tonight was right on the money. Beat the boss and did some rumor spreading. Sweet. I knew my time budget is non-existent. I never budget appropriately for the time that it's going to take to do something. I just kind of wing it. You probably have realized that at this point. You're probably, oh yeah, we know. Sometimes literally nothing happens in your stream. Great. Whoa. That was interesting. That was a cool spell. What it did in time to make your stream. Appreciate it. Thank you. 17 months in a row. With 18th, he sets a record and gets a car, but the slacker wants to steal his thunder. You know, you'd think they could come to an agreement on that. Be like, let me have this month. Then I get a car. Then I'll act like a complete dork next month so that you can win. Never seen literally nothing. Well, that's true. I mean, something happens. Just sometimes it's nothing interesting or nothing that forwards the story in any way. I have to figure, you know, tens of thousands of people watch MMO streamers do the same dungeons and raids over and over and over again every single day. So if I get to just a little bit of the story every couple of days, I'm probably still doing better than a lot of those people on actually having a narrative. I know most people don't really care about narrative, but I love a narrative. Give me a good narrative and amazing characters. That's what I want out of a game. Three hours in, just finished first dungeon. That actually seems like you're doing pretty well. Diet. Everybody is hurted. I probably should have healed. I don't know why he's lasting this long. He's seems a lot tougher than several of the bosses we've fought recently. Well, now he's dead. Ninja down! Look at that. They're already above level 50. That's what we really wanted, and we should have access to the treasure now. Almost 100,000. 94,680. Ooh, we got a Stone of Magic Defense. Another fire. Horned Helm. That's new, I think. Another Armor of Rage. Mid-level armor. Chain attack ring. Recipe number 18. I think it is semi-random. It's always a lot. It's close to 100,000 every time. Was any of that new stuff that we haven't seen? First, let's use the Stone of Magic Defense. Congrats, Hugo. You're magically defended. It's magically delicious. What is the flame thing giving him? Quite a bit. 6, 8, 15. Check that. Custom chainmail? Much better. How about custom leather? 13. Still better. Chain attack ring, continuous attack +1. There you go, Hugo. You've got an empty slot. We're gonna give you a chain attack ring. He beat me to the joke. Recipe 18 will be adjusted. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's run back out of here. See how much more money we can get on the way. Recipe 18. One more down. You know, I'm pretty sure their source of power is the giant glowing red ball in the middle. Ooh. I don't know if any of you guys follow me on like X or Blue Sky or anything like that. I posted this there the other day, and then I meant to mention it on stream, and I didn't get it. I didn't think of it. Did you see that they're making a new Onimusha game? Kind of excited for that. I haven't played an Onimusha game in a long time. Now I kind of want to play them again. I think there are 3 in the series right now. A house needs to be gotten from Lebuke. Sweet. I do not have my... I had those comments open. Actually, they may still be open. I thought I closed them, but no, I did not. Excellent. They're just down here. There we go. I knew what you meant. You know, I never played the original Okami. I know it's supposed to be an amazing game, but I've never played it. Oh, my Musha. beautiful visually? Does it tell a good story? It's always my first way I decide whether a game is good or not, is if it tells a good story. I do appreciate a game that's visually stunning also. I always have to have that story first. I will play a game that is nothing but text if it tells a good story. And have a couple of times. It does, the story is good, the main character is the deity of the sun in the form of a wolf. I've seen the wolf character. I didn't know anything about the character, but I have seen the art. I keep thinking of these great games, these games that are supposedly like generation defining games or genre defining games that I never played and don't know how I've still not gone back and played them. Like, for instance, Shadow of the Colossus. I've never played Shadow of the Colossus. And there are people who still swear that that is one of the best games of all time. And I'm learning sometimes those people are right, because I can't tell you how many people told me that Suikoden II was the best game they'd ever played. And it was, I would put it in a legendary tier of games. Oh, we're almost out. It's a long run to the back of this cave and back out. When you're, I guess, fighting everything along the way. I don't really know how other people see grinding. But sometimes I appreciate grinding, and sometimes I'm like, I would rather do this. I would rather do a small amount of grinding as I'm running in and out than have a dedicated grinding, like, night. As you learn new brush strokes, you can do some crazy stuff. Cherry bomb technique. I like a big boom. Know a card game that goes in legendary tier by definition? A card game that goes in legendary tier? Which one would that be? Daniel, hey! Got called in, I'm at work. Well, I appreciate it. I hope work doesn't treat you too bad. I hope you have a good night. You draw on the screen like it's a scroll to execute abilities. So if you draw a slash across an enemy, they get cut by power slash. Okay, that's kind of fun. I can see that being cool. Let's go over here to Lebuc. I don't have a French accent. I can't do the French thing. All right, so here, man, there's definitely things that I haven't found yet. Here we're looking for the Arabian Kennel. Is there anything else I need to look for while I'm here? I don't think so. Oh yeah. There's also a recipe here. There's also a recipe in the education center. I don't remember which of these buildings is which, so this looks like an education center to me. Can't wait to grow up and ride man. Yeah, me either. I want to grow up and ride Mantors through the sky. We've got some new books. I'll read them carefully. Can't go through that. Oh, yeah, you can. I'm afraid I don't understand complicated matters. Don't be so harsh on yourself. Well, well, what a cute boy you are. Have some tea. I'm afraid Lebuc is being oppressed by Harmonia. Why is it that people always want to control one another? That's what we do. Hello, duck. I'm learning to ride Mantors. I'll be the first duck Mantor trainer. Quack. He just says quack. I'm afraid Lebuc is being oppressed by Harmonia. That's... did both the old man and this woman say the exact same thing? Oh no, I certainly hope not. Let's learn together, shall we? Learn some wind magic. Anybody else have light or have any magic that they haven't learned? No. Oh well. All right, this must not be where I'm looking, or I did not find the right person. Oh, there's an upstairs. Make sure there's nobody upstairs that I need to talk to. Nope. Okay. The Earl once was grave. No. Oh, that's terrible. Those coughs are starting to make my head hurt. Oh, there we go. We've got the Arabian Kennel now. That's number 4 of 6. This is probably her house, so there's no one in, oh no, there's someone in here to talk to. Iku. Wait, can we go in this room back here? I don't think there's anything in Iku's house. Yeah, there was supposed to be the recipe for, what was it? I know I saw it there. Lunchbox. Wait, do I not have the recipe for lunchbox? I must not. Hello. Yes, I am back from Karaya. It wasn't as long a journey as you think because I have a teleporter. Man, what is wrong with me? I can't even navigate tonight. This is the inn. I should stay in the inn real quick. I've not been watching my magic. Please come again. I will do that. I'm on duty. I got no time to chat with you. Oh. Through trial and error, our forebears learned how to control the Mantors, and their skills are still being studied and refined. All right, let's visit the shop. I hope I haven't just missed my opportunity to pick the recipe up. There we go, shop. Hello, turn around. All right, so there we go. Check the buyables, check the rarities. Lightning amulet and haziness room. Recipe, what number? It is 13, number 13. How you doing? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? Iron boots, engraved gauntlets. Wind, whoa, that's some expensive armor right there, but look how good it is. 120 defense, 15 speed, +1 holy dash, and wind resistance. I hate spending that kind of money, but I'm going to buy it. We will just sell this. Yeah, that seems awfully good. We sold Black Warrior tunics earlier. All right, before I leave town. Oh, first let's check here, see if we can sell any of our goods here. Well, hello there. Sell some items. You have nothing that we would like to buy from you. Well, let's run back in there and make sure I didn't miss talking to anybody. I would hate to leave and find out that there was just someone here that I missed. I definitely went up the ladder there. I talked to that guy for sure. I've talked to you, right? Yes. And I talked to you. Correct. I went in here, I think. Yeah, I talked to these people. I talked to the duck. Oh, here we go. I swear I talked to her last time, but I'm glad we came back in because there it is. Recipe number 13. Got it. Yeah, because I knew there was a room over here that I was going to check also just to be safe, because I'm not sure I went in here last time and talked to this person. Would you rub my back? Yes, turn around. Apparently needed to talk twice. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. So good. I'm really glad we came back. I would have been kicking myself if we hadn't. All right. There we go. Now we just got to get to the map and we'll teleport back. Oh, you know what I should do real quick? We should see if Hugo can wear this armor. He cannot. We do not have anyone in the party currently that can wear the windspun armor. So many people eat Pop-Tarts raw. They're Pop-Tarts. Pop is in the sound of a... I eat Pop-Tarts. Well, when I eat Pop-Tarts, which is rare, I eat them raw also. A part of the reason for that is I don't own a toaster. I don't have a toaster. This explains sweet tarts. They're sweet and tart at the same time. I don't necessarily prefer them untoasted. I'm honestly just not certain I have a preference either way. The one thing I will say about toasting your Pop-Tart is if you're going to toast your Pop-Tart, you have to eat it pretty much as soon as it's cooled down enough not to contain like magma. Because if you eat it straight out of the toaster, a lot of times you can like burn yourself really badly on that filling. But if you don't eat it fast enough, it will get hard once you've cooked it once. So you got to get in the sweet spot. All right, who's next? Next is Ace. Good job, Ace. Join the gang. And Leo, for some reason. I feel like if I'm going to have Ace, if I'm going to take Ace, I should take Ace and Joker together, even though they're not together in the list. It just makes more sense that way. A Horned Helm. They are going to be medium armors. Oh, he might be light armor. So that would be the chief's hat should count as a medium or light. The wind hat is going to count as light also. The blessed chainmail is medium. You can wear leather, but it's not worth it. What about the blessed robe? No. Okay. All right, there we go. Usually wrap a paper towel around it when it pops up. That probably helps. Liquid hot magma. The goal is to get somewhere between not cold and you not wanting to shove a fire extinguisher. That is exactly the goal. Don't have the time in my life to be waiting around 30 seconds for hot Pop-Tarts. True. It's also why I don't eat cereal. I don't need cereal because who's got the time to spend 30 seconds pouring milk? Recipe we missed from a woman at the village near the castle. I'm not entirely sure if we can obtain. Oh no. Don't level Godot. Oh, don't level Godot's team yet. Why is that? I'm only leveling them to 50. So it's not, doesn't take very long one way or the other. If there's a good reason, I'm more than happy to wait. We'll level Leo and Beecham instead. And we'll see if there's anything we have that they can equip. Leo is heavy armor. A damaged cat. No, that's not gonna work. I bet you can equip this, can't you, Leo? Yes, you can. That's right. Armor of Rage. But that's not better. Do you wear this? Leo can actually wear the wind-spun armor. I'm not giving Leo the wind-spun armor, though. It's like the best armor I've found so far. He hasn't earned it. You're gonna have to earn that, Leo. You've kind of been a jerk a few times in this story, and I don't like it. And then Beecham is probably either light or medium. I'm gonna think probably light. Yeah. How about Thunderbolt leather? Beecham can wear that, yes. But it's not better than the Blessed leather. Okay. What about the Blessed robe? Is it? No. All right, we're good enough. Let's go. Gotta go turn these things in now. Cereal's the only food I can't eat anymore that I miss. I lived on chocolate frosted flakes for far longer than any adult should. The only cereal I still eat when it's incredibly rare that I eat cereal. There are only two cereals that I will ever eat, and they are Raisin Bran and Fruity Pebbles. And Fruity Pebbles for me is a dessert. I choose Fruity Pebbles over ice cream. Unless there's an option to have vanilla ice cream with Fruity Pebbles just mixed into it. Because, you know, why not double down on the sugar? Make breakfast and watch stupid Let's Play videos on YouTube. One that entertains me is VR playing I Am Cat. It makes me laugh and hate cats even more. No. Oh, okay. We might have to check that then. VR Wolf. I eat grape nuts? Oh, I wanted to be like eat grape nuts once upon a time. I wanted to be that kind of person. And I can't do it. I love Raisin Bran. The only problem I have with Raisin Bran is if I start eating Raisin Bran, I can eat a whole box of Raisin Bran in one setting. If I'm really, really pressed and I have no other choice, frosted mini wheats will also work in a pinch. Okay, we bought these things here. No. We bought the candles elsewhere. We're gonna sell them here. Now that's out of our inventory. Wait. Did I not sell? I did okay, never mind. I'm not going to buy more crystal balls. If I'm just gonna run around all over the place for the only reason being to buy and sell, I'm gonna do that off stream. I'm not gonna make you guys watch that again. We did that for like 1 or 2 nights, and I'm pretty sure it got pretty monotonous. Part of the profits, we got 2,832 potch. We're at 12 of 20, I think it said. 12 of 20 on our recipes. Grape nuts should stop taking up valuable shelf space in the store for my bowls of sugary goodness. That's how I typically feel also. Need egg whites to make myself some peppers and ham omelets. Now that's a breakfast. Give me like a 2-egg omelet any day, and I'm good. You have no point. Wait, you do have some. You can get fighting spirit. Good job. All right, we're just gonna start at the top and work our way down. Yes. We have spirit, but only a little bit, because we didn't have enough points to get a lot of spirit. Get too much spirit, they'll start calling you a haunted house. Them's the jokes, kids. Do we have any money? Probably not a lot. We have a little bit. Got so much spirit, Egon wants to study me. And Beecham, you can get a couple. And let's go. We got a lot of lotteries that we really need to play at some point. We need to play the lottery here. Try your luck. Buy. Sequential? We're gonna buy. Do we have room for these? 5 sequential tickets. And let's buy some random tickets. Bag is full. Oh, did it say okay, Your Highness? Oh, that's not very nice. Might have a few things we can sell to make a little bit more space. I've got spirit, but I'm not saying its name 3 times. Especially not while you're looking in a mirror, right? I want to summon no Marys, no men of candy. Yeah, no juices of the beetle. It kind of depends. It kind of depends on that last one. On whether or not we're getting the movie version or the cartoon version. We bought one. Did we? How many things did we sell? All right. I should go throw this stuff real before we leave the town. Oh, and we want to use a teleporter anyway. We're gonna go drop all the rest of this stuff back in the bank if we can, if we have space for it. You still haven't seen the sequel? It's all right. It's all right. I don't know that I'd say it's great. As a successor to the original, I actually thought that the first of the new Ghostbusters movie did a better job of being a successor. That said, it wasn't a bad movie. It was just a movie. I would say if you caught it streaming somewhere that you already have an account for, like if it comes to Netflix or you know, Paramount Plus or whatever, if you've got an account, it's worth watching. Agreed. I thought Afterlife was great. I did not really love Frozen Empire. I thought it was good enough to, like, you know, be like, okay, this was a last hurrah. If they make more Ghostbusters movies, and I think they probably will, I think the key now is moving on. I think that if they make any more movies, the old characters, and it pains me a little bit to say it, but the old characters that should have been their last hurrah. They need to be dropped out of the films. We don't need to see them again and just let the franchise move forward. Yes, gotta mute. All right. It's on Max, but I'm not paying $13 a month. Yeah. I don't think it's just to watch that movie. It's not worth it. There are some other things on Max that are really good. I love Max. I've had Max for a long time. There's a lot of things on Max that I watch. If you were to pay $13 so that you could watch that movie and then binge the Harley Quinn cartoon, for instance, worth it. The new Creature Commandos, I think it's called. If you're into superheroes, it's good. I don't think you're not into superheroes though, are you, Dane? You don't like superheroes at all. Is that correct? Am I remembering correctly? Sorry. I need to leave stuff. We want to keep our things to sell. Put our kennel in here. And we can actually drop the tickets in here for now if we, whoops. Put too many things in. There we go. All right, now we can go up and we'll teleport somewhere. Especially for Bill Murray, I think he realized his feud with Harold went on too long, too late. Glad they made up before he left, but at the same time, no one ever said Murray couldn't be funny. But without Harold Ramis, just able to bring out Murray's best as an actor. You know what? I don't think I ever knew they were really feuding that much. I didn't know about it. Disney Plus package with Hulu and Paramount Plus and Crunchyroll. I don't like standard superhero stuff, just Doctor Strange. And that's fair. Yeah, you wouldn't be interested in those things. Although, I would tell you, You wouldn't like Creature Commandos probably, but if you ever get a chance to watch it, give the Harley Quinn cartoon on Max a try. Because it's not standard superhero stuff. It's like, it's superhero satire, and it's hilarious. And not, don't watch it around kids though. It's not going to be for everyone, and it's definitely not for children. Broke down during the filming of Groundhog Day. Oh, terrible. I love that movie. That makes me sad. All right, so there was one of the recipes in a town nearby. Was it Ixay? Woman near the... Let's run over here. We don't need to teleport. We can just run to Ixay. And see if the woman near the windmill will give us that recipe. Is that like Howling Commandos? Is that what it's called? I might be using the wrong name. I only watched the first episode so far, but it's pretty good. And it's DC Universe canon. It's directed by James Gunn, and it's like Suicide Squad, but with monsters. Like one of the main characters is the Bride of Frankenstein. It's weird to think DC basically, I think, has two different groups that are basically Suicide Squad with monsters, because Doom Patrol is also Suicide Squad with monsters. Master this recipe for my love for when she finally stops cheating on me. Why don't you learn it too? For when she finally stops cheating on me. Oh my goodness. There's recipe number 9. So we got it from a different person. Is there another one here? No. Okay. I agree. DC's animation the DC animated universe has always been great. There's a couple of iterations of it that I didn't love, but they're still good. But they've always done it way better than their movies. And then I feel the exact opposite about Marvel for the most part. Marvel's had a couple of decent cartoons. X-Men and the original, like Spider-Man from back at the same time the X-Men was out, was pretty good. But for the most part, they dropped the ball on their animation, but then they made really good movies for a while. Batman the Animated Series is still the gold standard for cartoons. Agreed. I will never argue against watching Batman the Animated Series. Stop in here real quick. I think I've already been here, but we'll double check and make sure that they haven't changed. Yeah, waiting room. X-Men was good until the last season. X-Men 97 was really good, which I haven't watched yet. I have not taken the time to watch X-Men 97 yet. I used to have that old original X-Men cartoon series. I used to have all of that on VHS. And do you know how I got it on VHS? At Pizza Hut. You used to be able to go into Pizza Hut and order a pizza, and like a certain type, I don't really remember, but a certain type of pizza, and they would give you a VHS of the X-Men cartoon. And I think there were four VHS tapes that you had to collect, and each one had like 6 episodes or 8 episodes on it. I'm down here to give away the recipe. I'm going the wrong direction. All right, the recipe is dropped off. Where are we going to go next? The mountain path. We have not fought the monster on the mountain path yet. 13 of 20. Done. No, we have fought the monster on the mountain path. It's the other path. The one on the northwest side of the map is the one I'm thinking of. Last Batman comic I read was a copy of The Killing Joke I got from a convention in the mall near my house. I hope you still have it. Last Batman comic I read last year, all the DC comics did a big crossover where people were trapped in like nightmares or something. I bought the entire crossover series, but I never read them all. I only read the like 2 or 3 of them. I think it was Batman, and I think I read the Batman issue and the Harley Quinn issue. And the Zero issue that was like a crossover from a bunch of different people. Mount Hightow, that's where I was thinking. We have not fought the monster at Mount Hightow yet. Thank you. Then I think the only place we haven't gone, no, there are 2. I don't think I've checked the shops at Duck Village or Great Hollow yet this chapter. Is it still Blue Crab? It stopped being Blue Crab for a while, but it might be back to being Blue Crab, only a more difficult version. Like the snake monster on the mountain. Horse. Must be nice. Everybody else has to walk. I mean, not as nice for the horse. That axe is definitely not made for fighting on horseback. We have checked the Almakenin, yes. that got rid of them so we could actually attack the monster in the back row. Marvel-wise, I love Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Nick Fury's Howling Commandos. DC, I love Batman, and that's it. I like Batman. I used to love Batman, and it depends. Batman is one of those comic series that depends on who's writing it. There are some goods. It's the same way with Superman. Superman goes through his ups and downs. In my opinion, the best Superman comics don't focus on Superman doing Superman things. They focus on Superman trying to be a person. I need to go, is it this one or is it the next one? I can never remember. It's this one. But my absolute favorite, my absolute favorites in the world of comicdom are Spider-Man and the Hulk. I've always loved the Hulk, and I don't know why. And I have always loved Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man so much I named my son Parker. And when you read Spider-Man comics, it's another one that is either good or really, really bad. So much so that for a long time I have bought Spider-Man comics and not read them. Instead, I read some of the other Spider character comics, like a little bit of Miles Morales. Silk is a Spider character that's it's more interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think Silk has had she's had short run series, but not ever a permanent full length, full run. Put Hasselhoff as Fury. See, back in the 90s, I was an Image person. I have like all of the first 25 or so issues of Spawn. I have every issue of the Max, every issue of Shadowhawk. I have a bunch of like Wildcats and stuff like that. But I didn't have a lot of Liefeld stuff, even though he was part of Image at the time. Kind of left Marvel to do the Image thing. Bash, how's it going? Had a Bartman comic. I didn't even know they actually made a real Bartman comic. I know there was one in the show, but I'm not sure I was a big Simpsons fan. I did own The Simpsons Sing the Blues, which was, an album where every song was sung by the characters from The Simpsons. And Do the Bartman was a song on that album. Enjoy Spider-Man, but I'm not a huge fan. The animated movies are fun. See, I've just always been a fan. Spider-Man was my first comic. The first comic I ever owned was the issue of Spider-Man where Gwen dies. That was the first comic I ever owned. I wish I still had it. I was taking a bus trip from Kansas City to North Platte, Nebraska, as a very small child. and my uncle bought me that Spider-Man comic and an issue of Swamp Thing. And those were my first ever comics. How's my day been? Other than the fact that my cough has returned, my day has been mostly good. It was slow. Today was a slow day. I'm doing a lot of re-imaging of Macs at work. And sadly, I don't have the kind of access to our mobile device management software that would make my job very, very easy. If I did, I have like, I don't know, like 20 Macs sitting on my desk, MacBooks. And if I had the right access to mobile device management, I could update all 20 of those in about 4 hours. But I don't. So I updated 8 of them today in an 8-hour day. Grocery store copy of The Punisher, issue 1, series 2, and I hated it. I never really got into The Punisher. He stole my Simpsons Sing the Blues tape. No. Oh. I bet you can get the whole thing again on YouTube. So I listen to most of my music on YouTube now. As long as it's money. Oh well, it was money. And that's what I was telling my wife this evening. I said, if I could be the kind of guy who just went, because they don't expect me. They don't expect me to get all 20 of them done in one day. They expect me to sit there and do one or two at a time and get 8 done in a day. The problem is, I know that I could do 20 in 4 hours with the right tools, and it drives me crazy that I'm not doing that. And if I could just let that go, I would probably be a much happier person. We do have heals. That's good. Spawn was the first book I got into collecting all of. I was really into Spawn for a little while. But I don't know what it was. At the same time that Spawn came out, Shadowhawk and the Max were out, and the Max, I really liked the Max. It was my absolute favorite at the time. I have no idea why. It had a fun story and some interesting characters and some really unique artwork. And I think I liked that. And it wasn't traditional superhero. I think I loved that. And then, of course, Shadowhawk was an anti-hero who broke people's backs. He was like the Punisher a little bit, but he didn't kill anyone. He paralyzed them because jails were not putting them away for life. They were letting them back out, and he thought if he paralyzed them, then they were essentially imprisoned in their own body for the rest of their lives. Short-lived series called Slapstick. I have the first 10 issues of Slapstick. Slapstick is a character who got really, really dark as it went on. That character starts out like, the idea is that he's a character who has the powers of being a cartoon in the real world. And that character goes from being just this cartoony Bugs Bunny style character to seriously dark and almost just completely villainous. Pit. I remember Pit, and I'd never read Pit. I remembered seeing Pit on the shelf all the time and just, for some reason, never picking it up. That was about the same time, I think. You had, what else man, there were so many interesting comic books at the time. I think Bloodshot was out at that time. Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon was another one that came out at about that time that I have a few issues of, but I never really got into it. If Shadowhawk pulled out a few spines, that had to have been later in the run. It definitely was not in what they collected as Volume 1. What was the one? Wetworks, I think is what it was called, where everybody had these gold nanites that would cut every time they got hurt. The nanites would become like a second skin over that area to heal the damage until they were all covered in like this gold skin. There is nothing really good here. We really just came mostly for, I think, for the junk. I'm not going to take the figurine because I don't want to take the time to figure it out. I never watched Death Note. It's on my to watch list. Came out, Wildcats was basically Jim Lee trying to make his own version of the X-Men crossed with the Avengers. I've never watched either one, the series or the movie. They're both on my to-watch list I think on Netflix. Got a pretty terrible cartoon. I never saw that. That'd be interesting to look for. Gave up by the second episode. Oh, so maybe it wouldn't be interesting to look for. There's a yellow kennel to find here. Corpse near the Mount Hightower save point. Okay, so I need to go further down the road to get to that. Oh man, I'm thinking back of the comics I collected back then in the night, and about that time was when Static and Icon came out, and those were two of my absolute favorites. And they both came back a couple of years ago. They re-released. It's now called, I think I'm saying a lot tonight. I got to get over that. Icon and Rocket, I think is what it's actually called now. And then Static went through a time where it was Static Shock, like the cartoon. And then I think it's back to being called just Static again at this point. Icon was great because he was like, basically, I have all the powers of Superman. I just don't care about people enough to use them until I'm forced to. It's like someone turned the Lord of the Rings into an hour. Recipe from Calaria's Tavern, which I went to yesterday and didn't get. Only ever owned about 10 DC books. I didn't own a lot of DC back then. I went like 20 years without buying a single comic, and I just restarted like 2 years ago with only really buying Spider-Man comics because I don't have enough money or time to get deep into comic collecting again. And then I get, you know, some random stuff like that big crossover for DC. I really kind of wanted to see where the story was at, so I went ahead and got that. But I still don't read much. Okay, we're looking for a body closer to the save point. Oops, went too far. There we go. Death of Superman, 4 rebirths, breaking into the bat, and DC versions of Spawn Batman crossover. Oh man, I got a recent Spawn Batman crossover. It has no words in it. It's just a black and white comic with no words in any of the panels. I have Death of Superman. I have multiple copies of Death and Rebirth. Because if you remember, Death of Superman came in bagged. So I've got a bagged copy of Death of Superman, an open copy of Death of Superman that I actually opened so I could read it. And then I have a special edition bagged copy of Death of Superman that was only released in Germany that we had an exchange student send me, I believe. I don't remember if the exchange student sent it to me or my sister-in-law went over there and brought it back when she was visiting my exchange student, or our exchange student. Their exchange student, really. I went without lunch often. I know how that goes. I did the same. All right, here's our save. We don't know which way to go. I'm going to go this way first. There is a body, and there is a bag right next to it. That should be it, I would hope. Yes, yellow kennel. That is kennel number 5 out of 6. So the only one we should have left of the kennels is the one that we have to win from Billy. I don't really, nothing's going to hurt me on the way back. I don't feel like I really need to save yet. And saving just takes so long. X-Men Fatal Attractions print with the 3D hologram cards on the cover. I think they did that a few different times. When I got heavy into comics in the 90s, none of these comics are worth anything. I read all of the X-Men comics. All of them. I was spending a lot of money every month on X-Men comics because they were constantly crossing over. I spent way too much money on comics in my life. And that's what I'm starting to realize right now, is that I have a lot of money tied up in comics that are worth absolutely nothing. I have at least several hundred comic books. Wow. I'm feeling a little pathetic about it right now because that's a lot of money that if I had saved in just a regular old savings account might have gone a ways at this point. Let alone if I had learned to invest at a younger age. Isn't it? I remember being so angry. I had cousins come over to spend the weekend with me one weekend, and we rented a couple of like horror movies, and we got pizza delivered. And one of my cousins read one of my comic books with pizza grease on their fingers, and the ink on the cover smudged because of the grease on their fingers. And I was so upset and so angry. That comic book is worth nothing. It's an X-Men comic from the 90s. Do you know how many people collected the X-Men comics in the 90s? Like, everyone on the planet. Comic books from then are still not even worth the paper they're printed on. Imagine if we all bought gold or Bitcoin, right? Truly, I've told you my Bitcoin story. Still upset to this day. Put this right over here. Hello, little dog. Ruff, ruff. I just wanted to pet you, but I forgot that doing that sends me into this thing where I can play as the dog. Whoops. I do not want to take a walk. It won't let me go back, though. Once you're there, you're stuck in. Bitcoin, it's a scam. Yeah, but it was a bit of a scam that would have made me a lot of money. Collected a few series of, I have a few series of Marvel cards as well. I really came over here to put the yellow dog kennel in here. Just to see what it looks like. Oh, it's just a plain old, that is terrible. A friend of mine told me about Bitcoin at a time when you could buy, instead of pieces of Bitcoin, you could buy an entire single Bitcoin for 25 cents. 25 cents per Bitcoin. At this time, the only place that you could use Bitcoin to buy something was Domino's Pizza. And he said, hey, I'm gonna buy some of this. I'm gonna buy into this and just try it out. If you want to throw in $100, we could buy a whole lot, and I'll do all the setup for you, and you don't have to worry about it. And this is a guy I trust. We're still really good friends. And at the time, I had just been laid off, and I didn't have $100. I didn't have $10 to my name. Needless to say, at the point where now he's kind of kicking himself too. At the point where Bitcoin hit like $6,000 or $7,000, he sold it all. So he got out way too early, but he sold it all and bought a nice house on the lake and stuff like that. Now I'm sure that he's like really, really wishing he had not done that at this point. We can leave. Let's leave this. Where is it? Beautiful kennel. And also, well, we're going to leave the medicine so that we can just sell it. I'm starting to be not sure if it's worth keeping the blessed helms. found out about Bitcoin when the price started to tank. Man, if you bought in even when the price started to tank, if I eventually bought some Bitcoin, I wish I had left it in. It didn't, it's gone up significantly. I would have only I only had like $100 in Bitcoin, and it would be worth like 200 at this point. But I sold it all and put it all into, moved it all from Bitcoin into stocks that have dividends, so that I would start rolling over my dividends into additional investments. Okay, what were we doing now? Oh, we still need to go to Great Hollow and Duck Village. All right. Have a good night. Sleep well. Kirkland frozen breakfast sandwiches. We got only use egg whites. Really? It's better for you. I don't like it as much. Not as much. I think someone told me this. Not as much protein if you just have the whites, but also not nearly as much cholesterol. Oh, definitely not anything wrong with doubling up. I mean, if you go from $100 to $200 without doing any real work, that's great. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to honestly, I'm not going to complain about my dividend stocks either, because I've gone up, and that's what really matters. Without putting any additional money into my portfolio, I've still increased my portfolio by about 50%. Ooh, what is blade tail ornament? I'm assuming that is an item that is specific to lizard people. Oh, and then we have a dragon tail ornament already somewhere. Violence Room. Berserks upon too much damage. Next turn, power times 3. Yeah, that should be, if you are going to live in a capitalist society with no hope of escape, your goal should always be to have a way to make your money make more money without you putting in any additional work. That's what capitalism is supposed to be. I really, really wish I had learned that at a much earlier age. It makes a big difference. The sooner you can start, the better. My son started much, much younger than I would ever have imagined, and he's doing much better than I am. All right, we bought these herbs for 2,400. That doesn't seem right. Why would we do that? Maybe there's a place where we can sell herbs for more. Chisha Village is a little bit more. I don't know. Oh, I think we just got these from our garden. The melons we just got from our garden also. I know we could probably make more on these somewhere else. What I want to do though is free some inventory space. So I'm just going to get rid of them. These I'll probably hang on to. I'm still in debt, so I owe money that makes someone else money. Absolutely. So I'm not a financial advisor, but if I were, what I would say is the first step to making money, make money for you, is to make your money not make money for someone else. And that is, if you have debt that has interest on it, your money is making money for someone else. And I'm not going to judge because I'm in the same boat. Fortunately, some of my debts have such low interest rates that I can afford to kind of not ignore them entirely, but and then other debts are wonky. Student loans are a wonky debt. I will have to start paying student loans next year, unfortunately, because I'm with the new job. I make enough money that I won't be able to continue delaying that. Doesn't know it, but I have stocks, bonds, and gold bars in the hometown bank. Wow, dang, that's craziness. It is past 1. We're gonna finish checking here. Custom leather is definitely not worth that money, and then we'll go save. We got very little accomplished tonight. We did run around. We got a few things that we were trying to collect done. We only have one town left to visit, and that is Duck Village, and there's a really good chance I will do that before, where am I going? Not up there. It's this one down here. I'll do that before I start streaming tomorrow night so that we can start on whatever chapter 5 story is tomorrow evening. So that will be the goal, is just at the very beginning of the stream, jump into chapter 5 story. We're going to go back to Castle 3 Castle. Sebastian wants us to go to bed, so we will go to bed and we will see what awaits us the next day. Investing since I was 15. See, that's, you were smart, or you had somebody who was smart tell you how to do it. Not to knock my parents in any way. They were the best that they could be, and I love them to death. But when I was younger, my parents told me that I was going to be in debt for the rest of my life and I should just accept it. I'm sure they regret that now, and they know better now. If you collect Caleria's tavern recipe between streams, let me know. All right, I will do that. It just depends on whether or not, if I can get another night like I had tonight. I had about 45 minutes to play before the stream started, then I will probably do that, and I'll let you know. Okay, so that's the plan. Tomorrow night we will do some story work. I know that we had good conversation tonight, and the conversation was better than the gameplay. So thank you very much for hanging out with me this evening. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll pick up here. We'll hit the story hard and see where it leads. Until next time, thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Stay sharp and be excellent to each other.